So I didn't turn my microphone on when I went outside, but what I'm doing is just a little bit of last minute timbermate touch up. And I'm doing these things because I can finally put the dresser up on top of on its bottom, really. There are no legs yet, but I can put it on a cart and mobilize it. And normally I do this up front, but there was so much damage near the base of the dresser that I had to address that all before I took it outside. So normally I would start by taking out the drawers, as you see me doing here. I lay them out on a sheet of, it's called OSB, it's oriented strand board. I just leave it outside, and it's a nice soft place outside to set the drawers so they don't get damaged. So I'll pull them out and then I'll inspect them. I'll take a look at the rails, make sure the rails, those wooden pieces on the inside of the dresser body at the bottom you see there, I make sure that those are solid. And then I make sure that none of the rails on the drawers are cracked. And so I'll pull them out and look at them. And sure enough, I think this bottom one, the rail had split, and then there's some water damage, or some kind of odd wear and tear on the bottom that I'm looking at right there. So I'm a little disappointed. I thought it was in better shape, but it's nothing I haven't seen before, nothing I haven't dealt with before. So I'm just kind of pointing out some of these issues and trying to figure out. I think there's a little staples in there that I'm looking at that are in the kind of the area where the drawer travels. And so, anyways, you're going to find if you work on a lot of mid-century modern furniture that the construction and the quality, it wasn't great. There is some really bad designs that kind of make you shake your head. Okay, so this is one of my favorite things. What you see there is the motor off a rigid shop vac. It detaches and turns into a blower, and so that's about 220 miles an hour is the air coming out the end of that blower. I do the drawers and get all the little bits out of the corners quickly, and then I take all the dust out of the dresser body. It's loose. That you see how powerful it is. It was pushing the dresser body away. You're going to see some puffs of dust and just loose things. And I find that this really helps with some of those kind of perfume smells in a dresser. We call those like old lady powder and stuff like that. There's makeup that fell, or there you saw a bunch of just regular powder. Once a lot of that stuff is gone, then the dressers stop smelling like, like a kind of a perfume aisle from the 1950s. And so once all that stuff has been blown out, it's a lot easier to take some wet cleaning products and really get it really clean. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some wax here and on the guides, and these, I don't think they've ever been waxed, and then on the undersides of the drawers. You can tell if something's wrong if the edges of the drawer bottoms are getting shaggy, and so this is a little bit ripped up here. And then this is what I mentioned. There's a tack in there it's supposed to glide on, but the tack is kind of sunken in to this chipped up piece of wood. I don't know if that's a repair or what, but it looks like there was some water damage. One of the drawers has a little bit of water staining in it, and so it might have gotten wet at some point. This dresser might have been in a basement or something, but I'm going to deal with it now. So first things first, I'm going to get through the waxing. Okay, so for a lot of people, some owners, this would be the end of the road for a dresser, for some furniture flippers that are new or just aren't very mechanically minded. Again, death sentence, but for me, just another one in a long list of rails that are going to get slapped back together and reinforced and some other stuff. So I've got some glue, type on 3. I thought about doing the 2, which sets faster, but I'll put it outside where it's hot and it'll be fine. I'm going to put some glue into this joint. The nice thing is it's dry wood on wood, so this should work well. I have a spreader that can get down into these areas and work it around from Woodcraft sells these. This is a Rockler glue tank lid. That's a good place to park my spreader so they can do a team up. This is Miles crap, by the way, and I like this. This is the 150, the GlueMate 150. It actually, I thought they were copying the glue bots, but this is actually a really, well, it's a copy, I think, but this works really, really well. I like the cap system. So anyways, I'm going to put some glue in here. I'm going to work it around with the spreader. Then I have a couple of cheapo clamps. And then for the exciting part, as soon as I've got the glue in there, I'm going to hit this part with a hammer and see where these staple pieces go. See if it sits down at all. Otherwise, I might have to yank it up and then tear those out or clip them or something. But hopefully they'll go down into some part of the dresser and they're not too far off. I tried to bend them a little bit and they're very stiff. So I'm thinking they'll probably line up with the original holes. And if not, hitting them with my trusty hammer over here, my baby hammer, may fix the problem or just kind of reset them. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so let's see. Let's start with the glue. This is for... There's two splits. There's a little one up towards the front. I'm going to see if I can get some glue just to drift into that one. I just want to make sure up here towards the front right there's a separate split. A different set of fibers has decided to break away right here. And then this split actually goes in a little bit more. So I just want to make sure that the glue is chasing down, hopefully getting on both surfaces. So this is what this lid is for, with these clever little notches. I'm going to throw this on quickly just to kind of hold that end together, and then I'm going to do a test whack here with the hammer. So the staple went, as you can see, back in. So yeah, I'm just going to clean up the glue. Maybe, I don't know, I guess I could drop a sliver or something in here rather than waste some quickwood. Or I might just do some quickwood. I don't know, but I'm going to clamp this rail, and that's pretty much going to be it. So that should be it in about half an hour. It'll be kind of set. I can throw it in and then get the whole dresser back over to my out to my storage space, get out of the way, and then I'll add the legs later. And some of you heard me say I was going to stick a splinter or something in here. So anyways, I took this block, took my trusty chisel, and I just shaved off a couple of splinters here. So I'm going to smear some glue on them, on this one. And you know, a lot of flippers, people are in a hurry to make money on furniture, just wouldn't bother doing something that may not even make a difference and nobody will ever see, etc., etc., etc. But that's why I am the flipping idiot. I like to think of my perfect repairs. So I don't know, something like that. If I can get this end to sit down. So yeah, something like that. While I'm at it, I might as well put spare chip in here. I'm basically making my own plywood. So what I'll do is I'll get this generally filled and glued. Oops, I think I went too far. Anyhow, I'll get it filled and glued and filled. And then I can probably just come down the pipe with my chisel and shave out the extra, or I can go in with a carbide scraper and just drag out the extra glue. I want to get rid of some of that extra glue right now. Okay, so that's repair more or less.